Hey pros, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA. So today we are here with my client who, as we can tell, has some thinning and balding in the crown area and decided that she wanted an alopecia weaving service. So we are actually going to color her hair, which she is 100% gray, and we're going to be installing the extensions in the crown. So to get her prepared, I went ahead and cut down her sides and her back. She has a beautiful head of gray hair, but she also decided that it was time for her to color her hair. So we decided to do a brown/black color. Now, because she is 100% gray, I did have to add a little bit of red to that color just to diminish the issue of her fading or her hair growing out and it turning green. If you know anything about color, which I've been trying to teach you guys about color, whenever you're doing from 100% gray to black, there typically is pigments that are missing in between, which in her case, that pigment would be red or orange. So that's another reason why I added a couple drops of red to the color to kind of give myself insurance and her insurance that she would not have green hair over time. So now I'm just going through and finishing out the haircut in the sides and back of the head. And then we're going to prepare her crown for the weaving or extension portion of the service. Now, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And don't forget to comment down below of your thoughts of today's style. So here's a little trivia/review question for you guys, for all of my elite hair care pros. If I did a relaxer on her today and we decided to add color, which is what we did, is it okay for me to use a demi or a semi-permanent color on the day that I did the relaxer? Comment down below and give me your response. And then, of course, later on, I'll go ahead and answer that question and tell everybody who's right and who's wrong, not necessarily picking you out, but just giving you the right or wrong answer. Okay. So now we are finished with the cut, which I like to do my cuts when the hair is wet versus dry. That's really the best way to do it. And now we're going to start protecting that crown area. So I always do, as I say in all of my videos, about 3 to 4 levels of protection. In her case, she's going to get 4 levels of protection because she also perspires a lot. Now with perspiration and any form of silicone or latex or anything that you're using, you do want to keep in mind that perspiration, this is not perspiration proof, okay? So how I keep it or make it somewhat perspiration proof for the extension portion of the service, the last level of protection that I put over her hair, which is going to be a netted material, that is going to help with the perspiration issue and allowing those tracks to lay a little bit longer. Now, I don't recommend keeping this service or this style over 3 to 4 weeks. That is the longest that I would say. Most of my clients usually get to about 3 weeks. Some get to 4 weeks, and then we do this again. In her case, she is coming from another state. So we discussed her coming at least every 4 to 5 weeks. And in between that time, she can rinse it out herself and then, be able to either wear her wigs or, do something different. Now, we did add a little bit of color to her hair. Just a word to the wise, you guys. Because she was coming from another state, we didn't have the hair color that would potentially be the best for her, which would have been a number 2. We only had a 1B to work with. So there was a slight color difference between her hair and the extensions. It blended just fine. That's not really an issue. But going forward, we know that we're going to use a slightly browner color for her. But at the same time, we made it work. So everything was good. All right, so her extensions are installed. I did do her haircut as well, which the video was kind of long, you guys. So I had to cut down the time on the haircut portion of it. But I also used a new method of track placement that I learned during a training course that I did. So I'm so kind of glad that I said that. Guys, even as a hair care professional, as a manufacturer and distributor of hair product, as an international educator, okay, as a cosmetologist for over 20 years, I still take actual classes to enhance or better my skill. There is never a time when you can stop learning. So if you think that you don't have to learn anything new, you are in for a rude awakening. I am still taking classes. I still invest in myself because I see that as an investment in my business. So by taking classes, I'm able to enhance my skill and also update my skill to bring you guys new and fresh ideas, especially when I'm dealing with clients who have alopecia. You don't want to become one track when it comes on to styling and cutting or even track placement. It's just so many different things that you can learn or update or better. And that's exactly what I do, and that's what I did. Okay? So I wanted to say that for my stylists or cosmetologists out there, or even my aspiring stylists or cosmetologists, you never say that you are complacent with where you are. Don't get comfortable. Make sure you're continuously learning. You're always learning new things. You're always training yourself. Even if you're just watching YouTube videos to keep learning things, use that to your advantage. Because if not, you're going to become burnt out and outdated. Okay? All right. So I always start from the right above the occipital bone / the nape, or in between the occipital bone and the crown whenever I'm doing my curling. Another thing that I would want to point out here is for my alopecia clients, the reason why I like to give them short styles is not by just choice, okay? There's a method to this madness. If I'm doing a style on a client who has never worn their hair out before, they have alopecia, and they want to start wearing their hair for the majority of the style and covering the area where they have their self-consciousness or their alopecia, which I don't really know of anyone that wants to walk around and showcase a balding or thinning area. I've yet to see that unless they are just going to be completely bald, right? The purpose of this is to give them a style that they can manage. Okay, this is all about manageability and also making them comfortable. I don't want to give them a style that they would not be able to handle if I was not available to do their hair. So that's another reason why I like to give them short styles. That's one part of it. But the second part of it is when you are trying to blend a hairstyle for a client. If you leave them the way that they came in respect to length, they are not going to feel like they need to do anything to care for their hair, right? Because you left them the way that they started and they were already not caring for their hair. So I try to take them slightly out of their comfort zone. Why? Because they are going to be more enticed or even encouraged to want to take care of their hair and watch that process of it growing out, watch the process of it evolving from where they started and they were already dampered down to going into a place where they say, you know what, I can do this. Now, if I can handle it while it's short, I can definitely handle it when it gets longer. So that's what I want you guys to start thinking. I don't want you guys to be so focused on the fact that we are doing a haircut. Because guess what? They were doing nothing to their hair even before the haircut. So the goal is to start getting them more in love with their hair again, to see that they can still have a style, even in the midst of them having alopecia. They can still actually do things with their hair, look sporty, look spunky, regain their confidence again, and also feel super, super happy about the fact that they have enough hair to incorporate into a style. Okay? So that's something that I definitely think that it is time to start maturing in regards to our mindset and start thinking outside of the box and stop staying in that one dimension of, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It's the length, the length, the length, the length, and the length. They had length and they were still balding and had alopecia. So guess what? They weren't doing anything at that point. So let's get them to a place where they will start loving their hair again and giving them a boost of confidence. I get so sick and tired of seeing those comments in the comment section of people who really have no idea what these clients are going through and how they feel when they come into my salon. Okay? I can tell you at least 75% of the conversations that I have during consultation start out with, girl, you are in for a surprise because this hair is jacked up. And then later on, when they see that their hair is really not jacked up and we can actually do something with it, they are so happy. They're elated. Okay? They really have no way of expressing the amount of emotion that they have other than tears or smiles. So let's just keep them encouraged. That is the goal of all of us, to each one teach one and raise each other up. So please keep your comments to yourself if they're not good ones. All right. So we are done with the style. I just wanted to put that little friendly reminder in there for you guys because everybody seems to get a little sidetracked here. And now we're just kind of combing her out. And basically, she's done. Okay? She is super done. And it was so cute. It was super cute on her. And she loved it. I loved it. So I want you guys, don't forget to comment the answer to the trivia question, right? And then also don't forget to comment and tell us what you thought about the finished style. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also share this video with your friends and family. I appreciate you guys for watching and have an amazing day. Peace.